Hey everybody, I wanted to make a video real quick. There was a commenter that said that they wonder about the power planter auger, how it would do in rocky soil because they have really rocky soil and they never see me run into rocks. And I thought that was the funniest thing. And then I started thinking about it and I was like, well, yeah, now that I've gotten a little tiny bit better at YouTube, I cut out all the rocks and all the noise that my actual drill and the power planter make when they hit rocks, and I just cut that out. And I just go from the point where I'm digging to the point where I'm putting a plant in the hole, and I edit the rest of it out. And I thought, well, I'm kind of doing power planter an injustice because this is the only reason I have a YouTube channel where I'm planting plants, if that makes sense. I felt bad. And one of the reasons is because this can hold up to the worst soil I'm not going to say worst soil, worst digging conditions, because I have a lot of faith in our soil. I don't live in Iowa. I don't live in areas where, the horizon of my soil is 1.5 feet deep and it's dark black. I don't live in the bread belt. That's not where we live. We live on a plateau. Springfield, Missouri is on a plateau, and there's lots of rocks here. It's fieldstone, like fist-size fieldstone and bigger. So it's like the minimum size is like a fist size. Fieldstone's very brittle and it's very sharp when it breaks off. It's kind of like flint in that respect. It doesn't chip as uniform as flint, but think about it like that. If you don't know what fieldstone is, it's that orange rock that's ugly and it's all over the place. And it is horrible to dig in an area that's not a cultivated flower bed. When I was creating new flower beds in areas that had just been nothing but lawn or parking lot and had just been horribly compacted, no cultivation at all, nothing growing in it but fescue and some weeds, I was running into rocks like crazy amount of rocks. I am looking at a pile of rocks right now that I have stacked or tossed underneath the crepe myrtle over in my Mrs. Sharon's yard, my neighbor's yard over there, from just doing some landscaping over in that new bed last week. To make a long story short, the rocks are insane. Earlier when I first started YouTube, I think some of my first videos, actual videos, not just shorts about plants.
Welcome, the Village Idiot.
All right, so let me give you some final thoughts are about the power planter because I thought it was such a valuable tool that no one in this area was using. They weren't using augers because, well, those one-man, two-man augers that you could rent were just dangerous. They would send guys flying across the yard. The throttle would stick and they would just spin until they ran out of fuel. They hurt people. Every landscaper I worked for, there's been a couple, they all had a two-man auger sitting over in the back of the shop, and when I asked them why they didn't use it, they told me because it hurts people. There was no clutch in it. This Makita drill, which I ended up buying with my own money, and it was pretty expensive. It has a clutch in it, so it doesn't toss you across the yard. And then this is, what's the model number on this? This is the DeWalt that Power Planter actually sent me after, I think, my second or third video. DCD 130, it's a mixer drill. It does exactly what the Makita did, and it took me a little while to start to like this drill. But then my Makita had to go into the shop because our soil is there's so many rocks that about once a year, there's a little retention pin that holds this part on to the drill, the chuck, I guess. There's a little flathead screw that screws in that holds it in. This part had too much play in it and it was shearing those off. So about once a year, I was shearing that bolt off that holds it on because of all of the rocks that we have in here. So I wanted to show you what my power planter augers look like 4 years after I've had them. And I think this is going to be a testament to the durability and, dare I say, American craftsmanship of a 100% owned and operated American company like Power Planter. This is a 7-inch heavy-duty auger that I bought with my own money. I did not know the Power Planter folks at the time. I put out a video with this because at the time they didn't have a 9-inch heavy-duty auger. They had a 9-inch auger, but it wasn't heavy duty, and I refused to buy an auger that's not built like this ever again because of the amount of rocks that we have. It's insane, actually. I would say that this is the reason I have a YouTube channel about planting plants in my area instead of tasting different flavors of soda or trying on different hats. That would be a much easier YouTube channel than digging in the soil with a pick, a rock bar, and a shovel, which I did for almost 15 years, and I have no idea what my life would be like if I would have discovered this sooner. I was in the contractor landscape supply space for probably 10 years. And when I discovered the power planter, I started telling and I became friends with 90% of the contractors that did landscaping in the area. And I started talking about the power planter. 20 or 30 of these guys end up buying these, and it's changed their world to the point where their employees get angry at them the next day. So I've got a story. Guy shows up, I sell him the Makita drill, I sell him a 7-inch heavy duty auger. He takes it out to his guys, he turns around, he goes and bids more jobs, and then they do the job. Well, he gets back and they're pissed off at him because they thought that he knew about this the whole time, but he was just being a cheap ass and never bought it for him because it is kind of an expensive setup. And he was like, no guys, I've just found out about this. I just found out about this. So, and they had a big 2-man auger. And that guy's actually a really good friend of mine. So maybe one day we'll have him on the show and we'll talk about his experience, because it is a funny story when he tells it, because he thought he was going to get beat up. His guys were ready to revolt because they just found out about the power planter. I recommend this video if you're on the fence about if you're going to invest in a power planter heavy duty auger, because that's what it is. It's an investment. You have to think of it as an investment in speed. It will pay for itself the first day in saved labor if you're a contractor. The 2-man auger was hurting people, right? Because it didn't have a clutch in it. And so one guy would hold on to it, the other guy would get flung, the other guy would hold on to it, he'd get flung. I mean, you know, those gas-powered ones, there was no clutch. Not to mention that, but they would hit some rocks and then it would just twist it up, and now they're out, you know, 150, 200 bucks on a crappy auger. You know, $200 or whatever they cost now. I haven't bought one in a long time. I guess that would probably be good information. I should have prepped myself before the video, but we'll put the price on here. This is 4 years later, guys. I still have the same tip. It's a little shorter than it used to be. I could probably use a new one. These replaceable teeth, I could probably use some more teeth, but I still have probably, this is where the drill starts. So I have to right there before I start beating up my drill too bad. And then I've just now started having to replace these adapters. So the adapters have gone bad on me. Let me show you what a new adapter looks like. I just got one in the mail. Well, who knows where that thing is. But anyway, they're really pretty when they're brand new. All right, so these adapters, I'm not gonna be able to get this off without any tools. I don't wanna slow the video down any more than it needs to be. Any more slower than it already is, let's put it like that. They're held in with this little retaining pin. And what I'm finding is that there's so much torque that it loosens the chuck up, right? If it doesn't shear the pin away after a certain amount of time, which I'm finding about a year, I'm screwing up the pin. And then the chuck, it was a $200 repair. It's $200 because it had so much play in it, and that pin that held it on. So a new one of these, a new chuck, whatever it's called, and then a new screw. It was $200. I about fell out of my chair. It was insane. But it is what it is. Everything's so much more expensive now. This adapter is one solid piece of tool grade steel, and I don't have any problems until I shear it completely off. Like the weakest, the thinnest point of that metal, I sheared it completely off. That is the reality of our soil where I'm at. Okay, so I have to have the best when it comes to both. The system in general has to be the best. That's what these look like. This is probably 4 years old. This is, or 3 years old. Whenever they came up with the 4 years old, I'd say, whenever they came out with the heavy duty 9-inch auger. And I would like to say that I probably had some influence in this big 9-inch auger coming out. That's why they sent me one. This can handle the drill. These things are amazing. I love right angle drills. They're all powerful. I don't think there's one, they just feel a little different. And that was kind of my issue with this mud mixing drill that Power Planner sent me, is I just didn't like it as much because I had been using this for the Makita for a solid year. It strips. Things happen, the more you pull this handle off and try to put it back in. I'm not going to do that now because I finally got it to hold on to the threads. It just needs to be tapped again, and I'm not going to pay somebody to do it. So I just leave the handle on now. 4 years later, the adapter is still good on this one. This is the oldest one that I have, the 7-inch heavy duty. This is the oldest one I have, and I still use it every single time I plant. If you are a fan of this channel and you watch me plant things, because a lot of you don't watch me plant things, you just want to see me shop, and I'm okay with that. I'm cool with that. But if you watch me plant stuff, I'm always using an auger because it just speeds me up, if nothing else, just to loosen up the soil and vibrate those rocks out of there. Because as the auger is spinning and it's smacking into that field stone, it's vibrating that field stone. And a lot of times the auger might not be, and the drill might not be powerful to kick it out, but if I get in there with my hand, I can wiggle it and I can pull it out. Because we're talking about bowling ball sized rocks sometimes, jagged rocks. So just vibrating and moving them around, it's huge. It's huge, because normally what we have to do is we have to get a rock bar out and we have to smack it with a rock bar and just shear it off. Shear the big rocks off, where this is actually allowing me to get that big rock out. So I love that that's a thing that we can do. This one is a little older, and I ended up, or a little younger. It's younger. It's been in the ground less, I guess, time-wise, and I ended up shearing off the side. So I went on their website and I bought a new one. I didn't even use my own discount code. I don't know why. I just didn't. And so I didn't even get a discount on it. And I paid $35-40 for it, and they shipped it to me, and it came 3 or 4 days later. It was great. And now I don't know where it's at. Because I'm dumb. It's around here somewhere. Who knows? So digging is hard on equipment. But if I've had this for 4 years, I've put in probably, let's just say collectively, because every time I went to replace the pin, it was like $25. And I've done that 3 times, so there's $75. I just spent $200 on that again. So $250 I think I've spent keeping this drill in tip-top shape. I have bought some other batteries, but I have a bunch of Makita stuff, so I'm kind of a Makita guy. But if Milwaukee wants to try to send me a bunch of tools to convert me, I'm totally cool with them trying, right? Give them a try. But I don't think that's going to happen. Just a little tiny baby channel like mine. So I just wanted to show you that, and I wanted to say that when it comes to digging in clay soil, I don't understand why everybody is so worried about, I see some of these smaller channels that get Power Planner and stuff sent to them when it comes to, well, I didn't know if clay soil, if it could handle clay soil. Clay is not hard to dig in with an auger. It's an auger. It's going to cut through it like a knife through butter. When you have field stone or stone and clay, that's a completely different ball game. That's a completely different ball game. If I don't hit rocks, I have no problem digging in the soil around here, and we have a lot of clay. We have a lot of clay. We have a lot of loam. Our soil can get compacted very easily. It just over time, it will just become compacted if it's not, if it's not growing anything. Our soil is very hard soil, and this cuts right into it, no problem. I don't really feel like there's a situation where you have soil worse than mine. This is a no-brainer. And I've sold these to homeowners who were revamping parts of their yard, or they were building a berm, and they came back singing the praises of this thing. I have sold these. I've let people borrow mine. That's one of the reasons my DeWalt is so banged up, is because I was letting contractors borrow it to try it out, and then in hopes that they would come back and buy one. A lot of them did, a lot of them didn't. A lot of them were just like, well, I'm not going to spend, the money. My guys can just dig the hole. There's differences in landscape owners that own companies. There's differences. I've worked for both. I've worked for guys that will throw any tool that would make our life easier. They were more than willing to go buy that tool for us. And I've worked for guys where if it wasn't a pick, a rock buyer, or a shovel, or a wheelbarrow, that's all they were buying. They very rarely bought tires for their own work trucks. That's how cheap some of these guys were. And they don't have power planters. So when I work for guys like that, sometimes I bring my own power planter, and it was awesome. I think there's situations where this wouldn't work, but for the most part, I think everybody who is actively digging in their soil could benefit from something like this. I really do. I really do. And oh man, I get so much more done now that I have this. So much more done. There is no way I would have spent a week or 3 days revamping my entire front yard without my entire front flower bed without a power planter. There's no way. There's no way. You guys have seen in some B-roll footage the amount of rocks that we've pulled out of the soil around here, and it still looks this good 4 or 5 years later. And you can check the timestamp on those videos. It's 4 years. This is the same one. It's the same 7-inch heavy-duty auger, the same right-angle Makita drill. Doesn't look very fancy and shiny anymore like it used to, but it's still going strong. The power planter sent me a kit, and it had this drill in the kit. And the only thing that's gone wrong with this is I had a battery go bad like the first 6 months I had it. So that battery is probably defective anyway. So I only have 2 batteries for this, but these are big, beefy batteries. Yeah, 20 volt, 9 amp batteries. I feel like this thing lasts forever. And it's got the clutch in it, so it won't hurt me. It's doing really good, and the chuck is still going strong. But I haven't used this one as much as I've used my Makita. There's a discount code. There's a coupon code in the description. Not that I care about that, because really when it comes to this company, I just want them to be successful, because not only are they amazing people, just amazing people to be around, like socially, they're just great people, especially the owner. I wish I lived closer. I would force him somehow into being my best friend. The business model and how they treat their employees, it's just good stuff. It's just good stuff. I follow them on Facebook, and I giggle all the time when they're like sneaking up behind their employees who are in the warehouse singing to themselves. Yeah, it's good times. I always try to chime in on the Facebook, Facebook stuff, but I do believe in this company. I want them to be successful, so I don't care if you use my link or not. This is Landscape Rescue. I am Stuart Moore, and thank you very much for letting me into your home to talk about augers. Oh, I'm too old to do that with my shoulders.